Hello everyone, welcome to Monarch Mom DIY. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're here for the first time and the bell for future videos. Today we're making 3 spring and garden DIYs. This first one is a wind chime using metal kitchen items. I actually purchased the small colander from a Dollar Tree and the larger one I found at a thrift store. After putting painter's tape around the handles so they stay silver, I'm going to give these colanders a good couple of coats of this Color Shot spray paint. It's a turquoise color, and I purchased it at Joann's. I had never used this brand before, and I really liked it. My next step is to use these plant chains and split key rings from Dollar Tree to connect my 2 colanders together and also make them able to hang. These plant chains come with 3 chains. I went ahead and removed one so that the hook had 2 chains with these hooks on the end. These hooks are going around each of the handles of the small colander. So next I need 2 smaller pieces of chain to connect now the larger colander underneath the small one. So I'm taking 4 of these split key rings, I'm removing the key tag, and I'm going to put them on either end of 2 smaller lengths of chain. I hope that makes sense. So these smaller pieces of chain are going to be basically 6 lengths long. I took the 3rd chain from the plant hanger and divided it in half. I'm attaching another large hook to the handles of the larger colander and then threading one of the key rings on it, doing this to both sides, and then I will thread the other key ring to the handle of the smaller colander. Actually, I'm threading the key ring on the hook that is on the handle of the smaller colander. That's a little confusing, but I think you can see what I'm doing. So the next step is to attach my metal spoons to hang them down below my colander. I'm basically going to use fishing line through the hole at the top of the spoon and then feed that fishing line through 2 holes of the colander and tie them in a knot so it hangs down at different lengths. So that step did take a little bit of trial and error, but here I'm trying to show you a couple pictures of my spoons hanging down and then my colander hanging in a doorway of my house. And I did hot glue the hooks on the handles in place. For the next project, I am using 7, even though you only see 6 right now, of these wooden houses from the Dollar Tree. There are 3 different sizes. I'm going to make 2 different house shelves, one with 4 houses and one with 3. What I'm showing you here is I loved the natural wood of the edging. I'm taping that off because I am going to be painting the background of each house. All right, so I chose to use blues and greens for this project. This first color is agave. And for 3 of my 4 paint colors, I am using Waverly chalk paint from Walmart. And then you'll see one of my colors is a different brand that I had on hand. Our second color is Celery. This is a light sage green that I used in my last DIY as well. I just really love these muted, kind of earthy blue and green colors that I'm using on this project. So this paint is Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint that I bought at Joann's. I think you can get it other places. This color is called Nantucket Blue, and I had some left over. I actually redid all my coffee tables this past year in this color. And the last color for this project is Moss. It is the darker green that I used in a couple previous projects. I will say that these took at least 2, sometimes 3 coats, just because the pattern in the back of each house was so busy. But once my paint was dry all the way, I went ahead and removed the painter's tape. I really love taking that extra step because it really does make your final project look cleaner. Next, I'm taking this Gorilla Glue brand wood glue and applying some to the sides of the houses to glue them together. These clamps I'm using to hold them tight until they're dry, I purchased at Dollar Tree. And what do you guys think? I really like how the colors turned out. I just threw some things up there, but I could even see these on a wall. And for our last project, I'm using this love sign from Dollar Tree that I bought during Valentine's. I'm using one of these garden flowers, metal garden flowers, and these letters from Hobby Lobby. I'll show you in just a couple minutes. After removing the metal heart, I'm going to give this spot a light sanding just so it is smooth and ready for some paint. And here's my Waverly chalk paint again in the color Celery. I'm going to use this for the background of my planked wood. I did do a couple coats on this to cover up that red. So these letters are in the wood section at Hobby Lobby. For $1.47, you actually get 2 wood letters that are 4 inches tall. I purchased H, M, and E. And I'm giving these a coat of the darker green color that I love, Moss. Once the wood sign and the wood letters are dry, I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint in Truffle and just dry brush very lightly this color on my background to give it a distressed look. You'll see here that I tried to also use the brush to go around the letters, but it was getting kind of gloppy, so I switched and used my finger instead. And then I'm going to go back and sand it to distress it once it's dry. For my letter O, for the word home, I'm using one of these metal garden flowers that are at Dollar Tree right now. I'm just removing the chains and then I will glue it to the spot where the O will go. The brown paint on my letters is dry now, so I'm taking a little piece of sandpaper and brushing most of it away with the sandpaper while I distress it. While I'm finishing these letters, distressing them, I would like to just say thank you again for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel and sharing my videos with others, leaving me comments and questions. I really try to read every single one and at least acknowledge it with a thumbs up and a heart. I'm just so excited with the growth of my channel, and I look forward to making more DIY videos for you guys. All right, so the next step is just to glue everything in place, and then we will hang a hanger on the back and be finished with our project. So here I'm just taking some jute twine and making a knot on each end of a short length of it and hot gluing the knots to the back of the board. Of course, if you don't want to hang this, you don't have to. Here's our finished product. Thanks again so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments which of these 3 projects you liked the best, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.